Hi guys, hi everybody. This is Perspectives. We're here again with another interesting topic today. This is Karen. This is a lady, one of our fans, sending this message again to us. And then she said, Perspectives, please, can you please tell me, how do you know that a man is genuinely committed to you? She just wanted to know. I think she had a boyfriend and she wanted to know whether this guy genuinely committed to her. So she asked this question. So let's just talk about it and see what our audience will say as well. So guys, if you have anything to say, just say it. We're here, just to talk about things. Karen, can you please share with us, what do you think? How do you know that a man is genuinely committed in a relationship?
Okay. The first thing I would say is if someone is really committed to you, if a man truly loves you and wants to stay with you, I think he would prioritize you. That is the first thing. Time, giving somebody your time, I think is priceless, especially when that person is a busy person. So he will prioritize you. So look out for that. Sometimes people say they are busy, they are working, they are doing this, but when you create time for what you actually love. No matter how busy you are, you create time for what you love. So if a man is genuinely interested in you, genuinely committed to you, the first and foremost is priority. He will prioritize you. Again, this can also be very tricky because men of these days now, some of them are very, some of them would give you all that time, bring out that time and do all they need to do till they get what they want, they move on. So it's kind of hard, So first of all, I would say, the spiritual connection. And when I talk about spiritual connection, it's your spirituality and this person. Do you kind of connect with this person spiritually? Do you have the same likes? Do you have the same, are you people compatible spiritually? There's how you connect with person. You just know that, somehow I just know that I'm connected to this person spiritually. And it's only the people in that relationship that can tell, you can really tell. And the truth is that sometimes women know these things. Sometimes women know when someone is truly committed to them. And sometimes women can pick up that this person is really not interested, is there for ulterior motive. But we women, we think we are fixers. We can fix everything.
That's right.
You'll be like, okay, probably he's trying to learn me. He's trying to, test me. He's trying to try me. When he knows who I am, he would be more committed. Sometimes they say, don't worry. I've heard a lady say to me, don't worry, when I marry him, I will change him.
No way.
You don't change anybody. You do not change anybody. And then that being said, I think I'm jumping out, but I just wanted to say something before I forget it. Men don't really change. Don't deceive yourself. Some people will say, oh, he was so good. He was so nice when we initially met. And after he changed. I don't personally think that a man changes. The only thing is that you were so blinded in love or infatuation or in foolishness that you didn't pick up, these characteristics. But if you're going to be honest and genuine with yourself, we see these signs. Sometimes we pick up that, this man is not really into me, but I'm desperate. I want to get married. Or, probably he's trying to understudy me. By the time I come in and start cooking and cleaning, buying him gifts, he would get more committed to me. So I think the two things I would say is priority and the spiritual connectivity. If those two things are not there, then I would say to you, you need to think about the decision you want to make. Yeah.
Wonderful. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this is really good. But you said a lot. You know, the two topics that you kind of discussed now was really good.
Yeah.
And people should watch out for it. But time is precious. You know, when somebody genuinely loves you, right? The person will create time. You said it, though. Another thing is this. I know some people normally say, oh, this man is very stingy. He doesn't bring out money, you know. But I always tell people, I said, no man is stingy.
Okay.
If a man sees you and he likes you, obviously that man will spend for you. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. This is just me because I've seen it and I knew it. You know, sometimes ladies said this man is very stingy, he doesn't spend. A man will not spend for you if they don't like you.
But there are really stingy men, honestly.
Are you see? But they see who
They are
I
really,
don't know, but
they are very like.
I don't think there's a stingy man.
There are people that are you. There are men that are stingy, and the truth about it is, you know, you hear the ladies say, oh, maybe he's testing me. He doesn't want to really expose and be buying me things so I don't get carried away. He wants to know whether I genuinely love him, or he wants to know whether I will be a good wife. You know, those kind of, you know, nonsense comments, you understand? Eventually because I've seen where, you know, I've had discussion with a lady who told me how stingy, you know, the partner, the husband is, to the point that even to buy things for the children is.
But are you sure this man is not seeing someone else? Because where is his money going to? Obviously, if a man likes you, the man definitely will spend for you. If a man doesn't like you, you know, there's two sides to every story.
There are two things, Amaka.
Yeah.
The first is if a man likes you. The second is if the man likes himself. There are many selfish men. There are men that are selfish. All they like is themselves. They will buy themselves designer clothing, jewelry. They just put into themselves, and they don't care, you know, about even their wives. They don't care. You understand? So it's two things. It's one thing to love somebody. It's another thing to be selfless. So you see that many men of these days love themselves. They love themselves. You see them, they immaculate, very immaculate. I'm telling you, very immaculate. You know, their hairline is carved very well. You know, they are immaculate.
Wonderful.
I'm not saying that it's not good to look after yourself and be clean. But sometimes, you know, men that pay attention to details, sometimes their nails, they go for pedicure, manicure, you know, you see them, you know that this one loves himself. It's kind of really hard for them to, well, I mean, I may be wrong, but, you know, you would know when you see those kind of men. So is asking the question, knowing fully well if he might love you, but he loves himself more. He hasn't died to self. You understand? So again, you know, this is something you need to work out for yourself as a lady. You know, you need to work out this for yourself. So yeah.
Okay, guys, you've heard it from us. Hey!
I'm not saying because people will come to me now.
It doesn't really matter. You know, at the end of the day, this is just you.
I'm not saying that it's not good to have your hairline carved very well. Pay attention to rub white powder. You know, do your nails. You know, do this, do that.
But you're talking to the men, right?
I'm talking to the men, the facials and everything. When you see such men, you see them. They pay attention to detail. I struggle to see whether that kind of man would genuinely have time to love the wife or the partner or whatever, you understand. Given the much time he spends on loving himself.
But it's good to love yourself.
Yes.
I've seen it. I've seen a man that, you know, he takes time to look after himself and everything, but he doesn't really play with his partner.
Okay.
So, well, yeah. It's a story for another.
Well, the long and short of it is, you know, there are stingy people. Yes, if you can actually love without giving.
I don't believe that there's a stingy man.
Okay.
I don't believe it. Because I believe that if a man likes you or loves you, this gentleman will spend for you. That's my own opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. So you believe that there's a stingy man out
Yes,
there?
I believe that some men have separated their money from natural affection. I believe some men have separated their money from natural affection.
Okay.
What was that being said? Yes, I love you. I will commit to you. I will spend time and sing you love song, but don't bring that song near my money.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I believe that.
Okay. All right. Viewers, you have heard it. You've heard it. You've heard it. We don't know what you think. So tell us what you think. Write it down. Let us know. Like our podcasts. Like it, share it. This is very interesting. We want other people to know what we're doing. For now, we're going to be saying thank you for watching and thank you for following us. And until then, have a good day. Bye-bye.